Iran a threat?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Question: Is Iran a threat to the U.S.? Yeah. Are we in imminent danger because they may at some point get a nuclear weapon?
First of all, let's define what an imminent threat is, right? Like, so this is now turned into a political term, I believe, because a lot of these people, Joe Kent and Tucker and Candace Owens and all of these people, they have their definition of imminent. Now, I brought up Joe Kent. Nobody jumped down I know he's a hero and all of this stuff. I get all of that, but it doesn't mean that you're above criticism once you get out of the service and enter the political realm. So that right there is where I got a problem. People say, oh, well, he's like Sean Ryan, for instance. He interviewed him and he was like, man, I can't believe Trump called you a loser, and then started reading off what like how Trump lost in the area and stuff. And it's like, dude, like just because Trump, the president, is, you know how he's going to talk. The dude quit on him. Of course he's going to call him a loser. So, I mean, it's just, you got to understand Trump. And so, and they do. It's just a ploy. But you got to define imminent threat, because Joe Kent sure thought they were imminent threat. I mean, he 100% did. Even Sean Ryan asked him, you got a bunch of backlash because you said that Iran attacked American soldiers over 150 times through proxies. That's a pretty imminent threat to me. Like it may not be an imminent threat to my household, but it's an imminent threat to our American soldiers. I thought we didn't want that to happen. So do we or do we not? So what's the imminent threat? Joe Kent comes back out and says there is no imminent threat. So now everybody's confused. So what is an imminent threat? To me, the imminent threat is if you have sleeper cells that are set up in America, which we know they do, that's an imminent threat to me. And I get these, well, we need to take care of the sleeper cells and not take care of Iran. Let's deal with the sleeper cells. I'm like, you don't think we're doing both? You don't think we're doing both?
We can walk and chew gum at the same time. Here's the thing about Iran that people just keep forgetting. Iran has been a very violent country for the last 50 years. They fought the Iraqis, and over 1 million Iraqis and 1 million Iranians were killed. Muslims fighting Muslims, Sunni and Shiite, willing to kill at any cost. And here's the thing I say. They have been state sponsors of terrorism around the world for the last 30 years. Hezbollah, Hamas, all these countries feed off and get funding from Iran. So if Iran is pumping millions and millions of dollars into these terrorist groups, into Hamas that attacked Israel on October the 7th, why would they not want to attack Western cultures? Because they even say they do. They hate Westerners. They attacked and killed over 200, almost 250 of Marines in Lebanon about 2 decades ago, and will still consistently try to kill Americans. So to say that they're not a threat is a level of stupidity, in my opinion. Sure, they're a threat. If you lay around and let Iran get a nuclear weapon, you're going to have massive casualties in America and in Israel at some point in the future. Hands down, anybody knows, even the Clintons, even Barack Obama, Biden, and Kamala all said, what's that famous line? Let me do it for you real quick. Here is Kamala, here is Obama, Bill Clinton, and Biden.
Everybody.
Here's everybody. Don't. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? In other words, if you try to get a nuclear weapon, don't. Because we're coming after you.
Everybody has said that, yeah.
It doesn't matter how liberal you are. All the smart generals are telling the left and the right, the Democrats, they're telling them, don't let Iran get a nuclear weapon because these people are crazy. They will attack us.
So some things here. People are going to come back and say, Iran doesn't have a nuke,
but they're trying to get one, and they almost have one.
Yeah. So this is my point. Imminent threat. They say, well, it doesn't matter if they get a nuke because they can't reach us.
Jordan, dummy Kim Jong can reach the United States now. That is, you're telling me that this communist dictator in North Korea who can hit us with a nuclear weapon, Iran couldn't hit us? That is the stupidest statement I've ever heard in my life. And he would, because here's the thing that people don't understand about radical Islam and the Iranians are very radical, or at least the right crazies are. They believe that they have to start a war for their 12th Imam to come out of the cave. In other words, they're looking for a Messiah like Christians are and like the Jews are. Their Messiah will only come, who is the 12th Imam, when massive fire and fighting is all over the world. They have to start this war for the Imam to come out of the cave, and he brings world peace. And they say that everybody bows down and worships him. So if you say that's stupid, no, the CIA know this. They will tell you this 12th Imam, they're wanting him to, they need a nuclear war or a massive war to get him to come out of the cave. So is it an imminent threat? Absolutely. Would they get a nuclear weapon? Absolutely. So, and let me just say this. Trump offered them. Trump said, we'll give you all the nuclear energy you need to do what you need to take care of your country. We'll just give it to you. And they said no,
and they denied it. Yeah,
so they want a nuclear weapon.
They actually said we're not going to negotiate with Witkoff and the other guy. We're going to negotiate with JD Vance. Nobody finds that weird? Okay, I'll keep going. Anyway, by the way, Tucker Carlson's son works for JD Vance, so I wonder why. Oh, okay, anyway, let's just keep going. It was imminent threat. So let's leave Iran alone for another 50 years, they say. Let's just leave them alone. Okay, so hold on. Before you, I know I can see you saying, hold on. I can see. So we leave them alone for another 50 years. Let's just say they can't reach us. You don't think they'll be able to get that capability in 50 years?
Jordan, they'll have it in a few months.
Hold on. But leave them alone. I'm leave them alone. For 50 years, let them do their thing. Let them do whatever they want to do. Let Israel fight them. Let's not get involved. Let's let Israel take care of itself. All of that stuff. Leave Iran alone for 50 years. Just leave them alone. For 47 years, they ain't done nothing crazy, have they? Wait. No, they have. They've been the absolute core of all terrorism.
That's why Israel's fighting them, because they have financed and give weapons to Hamas, to Hezbollah. I mean, all these groups that are fighting Israel are funded through
pretty
Iran.
Much every yes. ISIS, all of these.
You go over to Tehran and tell me if you think those people are friendly. You just walk over there and tell me what you think.
And nobody will, because they know that
I know there's some good Iranians over there that don't like their country.
Absolutely,
but the core group of leaders will kill you. They don't like 100%. Westerners. 100%. Don't be deceived. Don't be deceived.
So my whole thing here is,
I'll buy a ticket for any liberal wants to go over there. If you're a liberal, you want to go, we'll help you get over there. You come back and come on our podcast. Tell us what you think.
100%. I'll pay for you to go over there and everything. Your blue hair, all of that. Like, go over there, and I want you to come back and tell me the story that you got. But imminent threat. To me, that's no matter if it's today or tomorrow, you got to deal with Iran. First of all, I don't want my son to deal with Iran. I don't want my kid to grow up and be like, well, Dad, like, y'all could have dealt with this 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Why didn't y'all? Why didn't nobody deal with it? Now you're going to leave it up to us, the next generation, to deal with Iran? And here's the thing. We're okay with allowing them to blow something up. I've had people tell me, let them attack us, then we can attack them.
Jordan, they're not going to attack you with a speedboat.
No.
They're going to shoot a nuclear weapon on us, or they're going to shoot one on definitely Israel, most likely Haifa or Tel Aviv, and then they would shoot probably one at London.
And then you got to think, if Israel has all their nukes, who's going to run them? Who's going to own them? So it is, if you leave Iran alone for 50 years, what else are they going to do?
Thank God those people aren't in office. If you let Iran continue even another 6 months, they would have a nuclear weapon.
But in 2028,
at least the ability to put one on a truck and drive it across the border, take it downtown Tel Aviv, and dirty it. And then you have a dirty bomb in Tel Aviv that would kill literally thousands and thousands of people, and it would take 1,000 years to clean it up. Go ahead and close us out.
Yeah, it's definitely something that leaving it alone for 50 years just isn't an answer for me. We got to deal with Iran, no matter if we like it or not. At some point, we got to deal with this. So I say now, better now than later. Thank you guys so much. Please just let us know what do you think? Is leave Iran alone for 50 years and see what happens? Deal with Iran right now. Are they a threat to America? Let us know in the comment sections. I believe they're a threat to America. What do you believe?
New America Movement, thank you for listening to us. Let us know what your thoughts are.